7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In this week's episode, we feature Miami's own King Tetris, a dynamic rapper who's making waves with his unique sound, powerful storytelling, and relentless drive. Get ready for insights into his creative journey, the music scene down here in Miami, and what it takes to make your voice be heard in hip-hop. Let's dive into this episode. Listo. So in another episode of the Que Volar podcast, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate your time. I appreciate all the love you guys are sending me through IG and the social media world. It's a great encouragement. I really love it. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows I still ain't made $1 off this motherfucker, so you know it's all for the love. And when you guys send me that love, it really encourages me. And today in the studio, we have rapper extraordinaire, Mr. Tetris, King Tetris. What's up, my
appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Yo, I thank you for coming on, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like the spot has me wanting breakfast. I feel like it's time to eat breakfast here.
Oh yeah, it's all day, every day here.
Yeah, it says it premium quality, just like your podcast. That's what it is.
Yo, I appreciate that.
Premium quality all day. Every day. He didn't pay me to say that, but like I feel like it just fits. You know what I mean?
All right. I love that.
Yeah,
I like that little ad. I appreciate that.
No worries. Sponsorship. Yeah, but I appreciate you for having me, man. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for spending the next hour with me and letting me, delve into your world, see what's popping off with you, how you're progressing creatively in South Florida. The podcast is all about creatives and entrepreneurs and people who are popping off here. And your name has definitely been ringing about in South Florida, right? But first of all, how did you come up with King Tetris? What is that? What's the origin story of the name?
I feel like because we're so close to like where I grew up, it's like much easier for me to tell this story.
Okay.
So for those in the internet world, we're on 57th Street in Biscayne. I grew up right here, not that far for it. And going to summer camps, I guess like if you're from South Florida, this isn't crazy. The people from New York or New Jersey or up north, a lot of times they send their kids to camp here in Miami or whatever, right? So I'm at summer camp and there's all like little video games and like people used to just like play the games and they didn't know my name. So the kids from New York would just always see me playing the game Tetris and just like ended up calling me Tetris. So that's like one of the stories. But when I want to be cool, like I want to be like act like I'm like a rapper and stuff. So no matter how you try to play the game, no matter how you try to fit it in, the game of music is about bars, right? So bottom line, no matter what, it's about bars, like the game of Tetris. So King Tetris, that's kind of how it all came about.
That's a controversial take right now. I don't know if maybe hip hop is about bars.
No matter,
I don't know music in general.
Bottom line, no matter how you play it, no matter what genre, it's about what you say. It's about your content, right? And I'm not saying you have to be great at it. I'm not saying you have to be fucking, by the way, can I curse?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying you have to be like Kendrick or Commons, super lyrical. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's about the essence. It's about saying something. And I feel like I always have a lot to say. So, like the game of Tetris, all about bars.
I feel that. So King Tetris, I thought you was gonna come out with a crazy ass story. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I knew it had to do something with gaming. Maybe like you had won some championship or some shit. Or
all I heard was my origin story sucked. You just were like, that sucks. Boo! That's all I heard. That's all I heard. You were like, that's it? My God. Lie to me next time, bro. Like, let's just lie.
Yo, Yeah, 100%, bro. You got to get creative with it.
You know what? Can I get another shot? Can I get another shot?
All right, so where did King Tetris come from?
Here's the thing, okay? My mom and I moved out to Cali.
All right.
Okay? 2-bedroom apartment, and I got picked on by these kids that did karate. You know what I mean? This Asian guy I met, right? Right?
Was his name Mr. Miyagi?
Yeah, you know him?
I know Mr.
You
Miyagi.
know him? Oh my God, yeah. You know Mr. Miyagi? That's your dog?
That's my dog.
While he was like over there saving my life, it was a school dance. This guy was hating on me because I was out here with the girls and shit, and he was kind of hating.
Haters gonna hate, bro.
Haters are gonna hate. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And the next thing you know, we're at his house, and he's like, "Hey, bro, like, you kind of have some choices to make. I can either teach you karate, or I can show you this game called Tetris, right?" And then, long story short, it's really heartstrings. He passed away, but his legacy and love for Tetris is really how it all began.
There you go,
So
bro.
this is like an ode to how much. Shout out to Mr. Miyagi.
Shout out Mr. Miyagi.
Shout out Mr.
That
Miyagi.
origin story is crazy, bro. I love that shit.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I did not make up any of that. Fun fact: Cobra Kai, Karate Kid, all that shit is like my shit.
Yeah?
I am such a 80s whore. Like, I am all 80s lore,
Yeah.
movies, fashion,
For
all
real?
of that. I am like,
Were you
all
born in
for
the
it.
80s?
Yes.
Or 90s?
Yes, right?
You're an 80s baby?
I am an 80s baby.
Holy shit.
Hey, lower your judgment, bud.
That's what's up.
Like, lower your judgment here. Yeah.
no. I'm an 80s baby too, so it's all good.
It's ironic because like somebody came up to me the other day at work and they were like, we were talking about college football.
Yeah.
And I'm a Florida State fan.
Oh,
and
boo.
there's a lot of booze going on today. What's going on here, bro?
I'm a diehard Canes fan.
Well, not everybody makes good choices.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You know what? This place, all day breakfast, sucks. I hate it now. Okay? I absolutely hate it. No, I'm just joking. But Florida State fan, we're talking about college football.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was in college the last time FSU won a national championship.
Okay.
And then he's like, wasn't that like 2013? And I said, yes. And he goes, I was like in I think he was like in 7th grade.
Yeah.
And I was like, how old do you think I am, bro?
Yeah,
right? And he's
yeah.
like, bro, I thought you were like 25, 26 or whatever. And I was like, it's because I smile. It's weird. It's like, I smile and people instantly think that I'm like 50 times younger.
That's what's up, bro. That's a cheat code right there.
It is
Smile.
the cheat code. It is the cheat code. I think if you smile and laugh,
Yeah.
people automatically think you're still a kid. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I guess, yeah, it is psychological how people think like old people are grumpy and shit.
Yeah.
So like, oh, if you're always grumpy, people are going to automatically associate you with an older age. Mm-hmm. That's wild.
Yeah.
Bro, so like you touched on something. You said that you like you love influence from the 80s throughout your life. What were like some musical influences that pushed you in this career of rapping and being a musician?
So I get well, that's a great question. First off, I think like I got such like not a bad rep, but like people would hear me or meet me and automatically assume I'm from New York or New Jersey or up north, and it's simply because growing up, like a lot of my influences wasn't necessarily from the '80s, like musically.
Yeah.
Outside of Prince, outside of like Eric Clapton, outside of like Hendrix, all that's like the classics. You know what I mean? But don't get it wrong. I do love me a good emo white knight. Like I want to sing
Yeah.
the top of my lungs.
That's always been a little cringe for me.
I love it.
Yeah.
I like absolute. Like if you asked me on my perfect night,
Yeah.
what I would if I was go to a rap concert or go see like a cover band that does like Blink 182.
Yeah.
I'm 100%.
Oh no,
going
but
to that
Blink is
shit.
different. I
See,
like Blink.
But Blink's like okay. Well, I'm
I
gonna answer
actually
your
really
question
like
first,
Blink,
and then
yeah.
we're gonna get into this real quick.
All right.
So, I have 3 older siblings.
Yeah.
And my mom's really into music. So, growing up, she was really into funk and funkadelics and James Brown and Earth, Wind and Fire, Sly and the Family, all the people like that. So
Yeah.
like every Friday night there'd be like a music thing. And then as I got older, I started to gravitate more towards my sisters. So I have one sister that was like hardcore hip hop, right? Like,
Yeah.
because she was like in
What kind of hip hop though? West Coast or East Coast?
mostly East Coast.
Okay.
Because she graduated college when I was like 9 or 8. Like I didn't like her graduation
So
pictures.
early East Coast hip hop.
Yeah, it's just when her graduation pictures, I don't have my front teeth. So I'm assuming I had to be like 8 or something like that, right? So she was a big Tribe Called Quest fan, huge De La Soul fan. She really like so her favorites
Gangstar, stuff like that.
Gangstar, Heavy D and the Boys, Nas. And then she said like her homecoming concert. This is fucking insane. Like just to say this out loud is insane. The
bill.
It was Heavy D and the Boys.
Okay.
That was like the main act. Okay. the two openers was Biggie and Nas.
Damn.
So I'm sorry, I lied. Not Heavy. That was another different concert.
Yeah.
Tribe was the big person,
yeah.
right? And she said that like because music was syndicated. There's no internet back then, right? So like you're just listening to music from your region. So she said people in the dorm. She distinctively remembers people in the dorms being like, "Y'all gonna go see Nas or Biggie, right?" And they're like, "I don't know them."
I mean,
right?
that's how it is.
But like you think about it, and that's such a real life moment. But she was super into them, and she came home and told me maybe my 8th grade or 9th grade or 8th grade when I was like starting to get into music, and she was like, "I don't want to hear nothing about rap if you ain't listening to these people." So she gave me like a box of cassettes, right? It was Nas Illmatic, the first Outkast, Tribes, a whole discography, and
so
a bunch
you're
of
like
reggae.
into all of that.
Yeah, like that was like where it was, and then I got a little bit older, and then I always say it like this: like Tribe created like 3 different branches of rap, right? So you had Tribe's music because it was very soul sample friendly.
Yeah.
So Tribe or like the God, what am I'm blanking out. Native Tongues movement. So like you had like De La Soul, Tribe, Latifah, Black Sheep. I'm missing some.
Public Enemy.
No, I don't think they were a part of. But that was like the 4 big acts. Those acts then spawned off. Then you have the Kanye West because of Tribe. Then you get Kanye. Then you get Pharrell. Then you get Timberland. Then you get Just Blaze. Then you get Dilla. Right. All of those people say that without Tribe, like you don't get anything. So like I started to really fall in love with Kanye and like his music and all that kind of good stuff. So those would be like, if I had to say my biggest influences, I would say 100% the Tribe, just because like their content is super fun and all that kind of good stuff. And then like the soul portion would be Kanye, and then a lot of Lupe, and then a ton of like just Miami shit. Like I'm Miami son. So
who's somebody local that's really been an influence on you?
Oh my God.
The one person out of Miami, 305, what it is.
I'd probably say Pitbull. I'd be honest.
Pitbull, Mr. 305.
Yeah, like Pitbull was like my first rap concert. So like,
holy shit,
it was
Mr.
Pitbull.
305.
You've been to Madhouse?
Yeah.
So I remember like going there for all ages. I don't know. I was like 7th grade.
Yeah, I remember that.
7th grade, and my sister and her friends were going, and my mom was like, "You can't go if you don't bring your brother." And I remember being like, "I'm going to a club right now. Like the only thing I know about clubs is like Nelly Hot in here. Like that's all I was. I was like, oh my God, the girls are gonna get naked. I cannot wait for this.
Getaway now.
Yeah, which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
So,
Madhouse.
whatever. So like me and my boys get there, and my sister and them are like, "Don't talk to us until like it's time to leave." Right? And I was like, okay,
Shout
like
out big sister.
like I literally just left her right now, right?
She little sister, your little brother.
She's like, "Don't talk to me until it's time to leave." Okay? We don't know each other, right? So like I was like, "All right, cool, bro." So I'm sitting there, and I remember it was like a phone party, and I was like, "This is the wildest shit I've ever seen in my entire life."
Yeah.
Right? Like insanity,
Yeah.
right? And then the concert, it was Pretty Ricky,
okay.
right?
Shout out Pretty Ricky.
Shout out Pretty Ricky. And I think they only had like Grind on Me and On the Hotline. Like I think
at that point.
At that point, like I don't think they had
They
like
have mad bangers though.
bro. If you listen
Yeah.
to whatever was it, Blue something or whatever their
Yeah.
album,
Yeah,
bro,
bangers.
from front to end, fire.
Yeah.
So it was Pretty Ricky, right? And there's like a story. One of my boys got his girl snatched up that night by
Pretty Ricky?
Pleasure or whatever.
Pleasure P?
Pleasure P was like singing to her and shit, and like touching her face and
Yeah.
shit. And I was like, dog, we're like in 7th, 8th grade, and I know it's over for you, bro. Like I know it's done, bro. Like
It's a wrap for you.
it's a wrap, bro. It's done, right? She's like, oh my God, right? And then it was Lunch Money. Right?
All right,
My
Lunch
guy
Money.
Lunch. Shout out to Lunch. And then the main act was like 3X Tall T. He had like a jersey that had like 305 and Hialeah on it. And he came out and I think he had
You probably had a single or something that was popping.
Welcome to Miami and he did one like another Yes, yeah, that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song. But he didn't have like any of like the other stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then he just got signed to Little John and like announced it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then after that I was like, I'm obsessed with this guy because like
Yeah, bro. I mean, people forget that Pitbull started off like as a real ass rapper. You know what I'm saying? Throwing crazy bars and
only
and
day was this,
spitting
y'all,
up.
bro,
Yeah, his flow was like different.
Bro, I still to this
Southern
day,
flow. Super
still
Southern.
to this day,
Yeah.
if Pitbull's Cuban Rideout comes on my shuffle from when he like came out on the Little John and East Side Boys tape, I go crazy. Or like 305 Anthem.
People need to do a
Damn It
mixtape,
Man. Or like something like, you know what I mean? Like I would love
Damn it, man.
Yeah, like,
Yo, he
I
killed it on
would-
Damn It, man.
when he hit Damn It Man.
Yeah,
Or
bro.
like I remember,
Damn It, man was a fucking hit.
bro, my first year going to Calle Ocho. Okay. We're going there.
Yeah.
My first year going, I don't know Calle Ocho.
Yeah.
We're black. We're from
Yeah.
Alabama. Okay.
Yeah.
Like there's no ties.
When did you actually come to Miami though?
So I am from here.
Yeah.
I am from Miami.
Okay, but
my
your
parents
family's from
moved
Alabama.
in 84.
Okay, so but at that point you like officially like have like soaked in enough of the culture to know
Let
what
me
is.
rephrase. I was not born in 84 for the camera.
Yeah, yeah.
But my
Your family had moved down.
My family had moved down
Yeah.
in 84.
Yeah.
But like I have two siblings that have country accents,
Oh,
right?
okay,
Like
I see
because
what
we're
you're
from
saying.
Alabama.
Yeah.
I am not.
Yeah.
I am from
You're the-
here.
you're the only one
Like
from-
I
that's,
am
like,
a bro.
real.
Like I am a Miami bro to
Yeah.
the day I die.
Yeah.
So I remember going to my mom. I said, "Hey mom, like,"
I'm going to Cayocho.
but like a lot of my friends growing up are Dominican,
Haitian, Cubans.
Colombian. Well, like because of where I went to school, it was
Yeah.
like Dominicans, Colombians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Haitians, and like basically all the islands.
Yeah,
right?
all of Miami.
So I remember, and that was such a weird week because like my buddy Dave is Guatemalan,
Okay.
right?
I
But
was
he
just
like
there 2 weeks ago.
he's like my complexion, like
yeah, a black Guatemalan.
black.
Yeah.
I had no idea that he spoke Spanish until like I went to his house. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
here?
right? He's like,
I thought you was black.
like
bro.
I was like, what the fuck?
I am
You know
black,
what I
but
mean?
I'm
He's
also
like-
Guatemalan.
And I was like, wait, you're what? Right? And like he got into his house and his mom was like talking to him in Spanish and I was like, that's weird. And then he like spoke to her in Spanish and I was like, that's weird. I was like, what? How did this happen? Right? And then all like my Dominican friends, it was blow my mind that they were also like my complexion or darker, but their moms and dads were like way lighter, but their grandparents were like turned off television black. Like they
Yeah.
were super
Yeah.
black, right? Oil spill black.
Yeah, black.
Hefty bag black.
Yeah.
This right here, black, right?
Yeah.
So I remember like telling my mom, I'm like, we're gonna go to Calle Ocho. She's like, what's that? And I was like, I don't know, bro. Like, we're gonna go to Calle Ocho.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm looking in the camera and I remember getting there for 5 minutes and being like, this is the greatest. Whoever created this, thank you, right? And that was when Pitbull did his Culo
Yeah.
performance.
Oh man.
Bro.
For sure.
And this is why I'm so happy we did not have social media back then.
Yeah, for
like,
real.
because you're so in the moment. Like, you're just, like, there hanging out and, like, seeing people do ratchet shit.
Yeah.
And if you didn't go to
Mad
school...
ratchet.
Mad ratchet.
Yeah.
But if you didn't go to school that next Monday to, like, hear about it, it was done, right? Or if you did something that you didn't want people to really remember, they're not going to remember the next week because...
Yeah. Shit
It's
keep
done,
popping.
you know? So, yeah, that was, like, my favorite Pitbull performance. And
Miami
like,
used to be mad ratchet, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Back to like your musical career, what influenced you to then like go hard on this music game? What was like, when did you say, damn, I need to transition from like doing this to doing that?
Yeah, so the honest story is I was a corporate finance bro.
Yeah.
Right? And I was, doing my thing in New York and I always rhymed, right? Like rapping was my thing to get in with the cool kids and get into the crowd, right? Where It was sneakers. It was the clothes. It was the music, right? And I always rapped. Like, it's not like I never rapped, but I never really took it all that seriously. And like, I figured, I guess it's like 2021, bro. I was living my life for everybody else, right? So
around COVID.
yeah,
right
around
after COVID, yeah.
No, this is in the beginning of COVID.
Oh, okay.
I'm like living my life for everybody else. My parents are like, you should date this girl, so I date that girl. You should go to this school, I went to that school. You should get this major, so I did that major. You should go work at this company, da-da-da-da-da. You should buy this car, okay, cool. So I'm going down the checklist, and I'm like, why am I not happy then? Like, what? You're telling me that if
I do these things,
I'm gonna be happy, right? So I looked at my parents, and ironically now, what I know now, they told me, do all these things and you're going to live this wonderful life, right? And I was like, we lived a pretty good life. Like, we had good stuff. Like, I never really had to worry about shit. And it was like, okay, I want that for myself.
Yeah.
But I found myself living for the weekend, where like I would be in New York. Instead of being in Manhattan, I'm hanging out in Lower East Side. I'm hanging out in Soho. I'm hanging out with like the people from, I'm really pulling back layers, the people at A-Life, and Supreme is just now starting to pop, and all this like Tumblr swag and all that stuff, right? And so I was just like, I'm hanging out with those people. And I'm like, damn, bro, like, I think like the voice in my head started to get louder that I want to start to do this. So I always rapped, and then now I'm in my house 24 hours a day in quarantine, right? Like, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? And I decided, my mom dropped off a record, right? Not like literally a vinyl record of James Brown's 1964 at the Fillmore. Okay. Right? And she said that when she was a little girl, she went to the show on that tour, but in Alabama. She's like, I want you to listen to this. There's a song on there called Please Please. Yeah. And
he sings his soul out on that song.
Play! Right? Crazy.
That's one of my favorite songs, actually.
It's super simple. Yeah. But the story behind it was that when my grandparents would fight, my grandfather would play the song Please Please. Yeah. As like a please take me back, please, da-da-da-da, right? And there's a record on there called Lost Someone. But, like in vinyls from back then, you turn it over and you have all the instrumentals. So, I'm just there on my balcony and lit, because the only thing I was doing in there was just like I was working out and drinking. Yeah. And that was it. So like everybody else, you know what I mean? I was like, this is getting kind of old. But so I started rhyming, and it completely changed. I had never felt happier than I did at that moment. I don't know if the rap was any good. I don't know if like I had like a future in it, but I knew I liked how it made me feel. And I was like, I need to change what I'm doing. And then I said, you know what, bro? Like, let's just give it a shot. And then I recorded an album, and out of tokens, I did pretty well. And then I was like, okay, well, like, that was guerrilla rapping. Let's go ahead and get better at this. Let's learn how to actually, like, put everything together. And then I fell in love with the process and just fell in love with the grind. And, like, I was always in the scene, like the kid that was like, oh, that's just him. That's just Tetris, right? Like, no one was like really taking me all that seriously, right? Because I wasn't flashy, or I wasn't necessarily fitting into the cookie cutter mold, or what you think of like a Miami rapper should look like or act like. And I just kept working and kept grinding, and then, now we're here. So I think the inspiration was like, I just wanted to be myself and be unapologetically myself. And that's kind of the one thing that I think in every arena, all my friends say is that I talk a lot of shit and I have a lot of fun, but I'm always going to be myself. So I think like that was like the moment where it was like, all right, well, this is like a real thing. And 4 years later, here we are.
That's what's up, bro. I mean, yeah, you've been able to accomplish a lot in that time span. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Getting signed, doing shows, like getting a team built around you. All of those were those things that you naturally took from the business world, that you knew how to parlay those skill sets, or was it something that you had to relearn in this particular vertical?
So I don't know how to do anything like except put a lot of effort, right? So from, I was a college athlete, did sports my whole life, and it was like, in the lieu of talent, you just try harder than everybody else. So I just figured I just got to try harder than everybody else and then work on the talent portion, right? Like the guy that like on your team, you played sports before?
Yeah.
What was your sport?
I played soccer and I played football, D-line and defense.
Okay, cool. So like that it's all about you're a psychopath. Jesus Christ. You told me everything I need to know. You're a fucking psychopath. Jesus Christ, buddy. God. All right. You said that like kind of sly, like if I wouldn't know, but you're definitely a psycho. Anyway, love you so much, mean it. And that it's like there's people on your team that they have to show up early and they have to come and stay later. And then eventually you're like, damn, like he got really, really good, And that's kind of where it was for me was I just put a lot of effort. And the way I structure how I attack music is very much like how I do in corporate America, where like my manager and I be like, we have morning sprints, we have afternoon like catch ups, we put strategy into like everything, and then like I might not come out with 1 million songs a month, but when I do, that's a calculation and all that kind of good stuff. So I 100% took what I do in corporate America, 100% took what I put from growing up in sports into this thing. And like, so far it seems to be working. And I'm just like, it's probably the craziest thing to see how people like perceive me now. Right?
Like the same people that you were working with previously, or?
Yeah, okay. Man. Yeah. It used to be like, oh, like that's just Tetris. I'm not paying him any attention to like, that's Tetris. Where the fuck did you come from? You know what I mean? So, I've just been checking off cool stuff off my bucket list. Like when I first started, I was at like 50 monthly listeners.
Okay.
50.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure 80% of that was my mom. I'm pretty sure.
Monthly listeners on Spotify?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure 80% was my mom.
That's where I'm at right now.
Hey. It really happens overnight. Okay. Right? And offline, we can talk about a guy that can help you put their marketing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and this would be something to digest. Our marketing guy just saw me working. Just saw me putting the work in. And it was like, hey, let me help you. Right?
Because he saw you working so much that you were like spinning your wheels. He's like, let me help this guy out.
Let me help you. Right? And whatever. So he saw me working. Let me help. You have a product. You're doing your own thing. Let's put you in a position that you can win. Bro, when my last album came out, or just recently, I guess the last single, bro, we were hanging around like 13,000, 14,000.
Damn, that's
right?
dope.
I started at 50.
Yeah, 50.
50.
Yeah.
And I didn't have 50 followers. Okay. So
yeah,
50
people
like 50, listen to this shit and we're like, I don't know if I want to follow him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I like it, but I don't know. Right. I'm pretty sure it said 5 or 6 like followers. Yeah. And I'm like, Mom, please keep creating these profiles for me. Like, I need 6 to 7 like subscriptions for you to like follow me. So, it's been humbling because like, I remember thinking I'll never make it to radio, and then now we're on all the radios in South Florida. I never thought that like people would send me DMs for all across the world, like, "Hey man, your song's amazing. Like this helped change my day," and things like that. And like going to shows and doing shows, and like people knowing the words and like knowing like my gimmicks and all that stuff. It's like, it's kind of crazy, but the amount of balance and sacrifice that it's taken is. It's been a lot, know, because like each year you get older, you think, I'm not married, I'm not kid, I don't have kids. So it's like, if this doesn't work, right, I would have essentially like lost some of the best years to date, best years to like raise kids and do all these things. So it's like, you got to be sure, right? And like once a month I talk to my manager, I'm like, damn, like I kind of want to have a kid, I kind of want to get married. And then it's like, I hang out with my nephew. I love him so much, but he's 2. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I'm good, bro. I'm good. We'll just keep doing the uncle thing. You know what I mean? Like, this is good. Wiping another person's ass, overrated. Overrated. But he and I look a lot alike. So like, I look at him and I'm like, oh, it's kind of like I have a kid. So the sacrifices have been crazy. The financial responsibility, everything like that has been kind of crazy.
So touch on that. Like, what's been the craziest challenge within this time frame that you faced? That really was like something that you didn't everybody who goes in this journey knows certain things that are gonna come at them. But what was that unknown, right? That unknown that you didn't know that you could have learned, that you wish you would have known. That was super challenging.
I don't know if I wish I would have learned, but every day is long.
What do you mean by that?
Because I have a corporate job.
Okay.
So I lose 8 hours of my day. I lose, let's say, 14 hours of my day working and sleeping. Okay? So it basically gives you 10 hours, right? Prospectively, to have family, to have a creative space, shoot videos, do everything like that, right? All of those aspects cost money. All those aspects cost time. So, like, you taking days off is really not an option.
It's not feasible.
Right? It's not feasible. So, for me, I think, like, the hardest part is, like, I just told you off camera, I was like, yo, yesterday I woke up 6:30. I went to the gym. I had an 8-hour day. We started the studio at 9. I got home at 1:30, woke up, did the same thing again, and then, we're doing something like this. So it's like you lose time, and then dating's almost impossible, right? Because trying to find a counterpart who's okay with being second fiddle all the time, like not just sometimes, but like
continuously.
There will never be a day where, like, if someone calls me and is like, hey, we got to do this podcast or we got to do this show and we had a date night, I'm like, well, I guess we're not having date night, right? So I think it's just the time and the amount of money. Like, I lived in a mega high rise right up not far from here, flashy car, Miami fuckboy at the fullest degree, right? Nobody did it better than me, right? Like, bottle popping, you can get whatever you want, boo, right? Like, I was that guy.
Yeah.
To understand you that studio costs time, marketing costs money, all this stuff costs so much that you're like, what are you willing to give up, right? And I think, like, when I met Manny, one of the key points he asked me was like, what are you willing to sacrifice? And I was like, if you only knew, like, I'm willing to put in, I think, more than what most people are willing to put in. And, like, that's why we're at where we're at. Like, I would be lying to you if I thought that I would say, like, I'm the best rapper in the world. But, like, I'm definitely going to try to be better than everybody that's living. And I just put the amount of effort in, right? So it's
there's not enough time in the day, basically.
Right. And progress is a lonely sport, right? Because, like, no one's going to clap for you on your off days.
Yeah, right? You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Big facts. Big facts. Right? So, like, think about it. Right now, you're at 50. Monthly listeners, you're getting your podcast kind of up off the ground.
So, no, my podcast is popping. I'm talking about my music.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, like, you're getting everything off the ground, right? Yeah. If you think about it and go, someone in your life could be like, you could take a day off because you're not a fucking 500 million view person, right? And to them, it's like, this is a hobby. To them, it's like, this is something you just do. So you could take a day off.
Yeah.
But in reality, like, if this is really what you want to do, those days off, like, one day when you don't have a day.
It compounds. It takes off a lot.
It takes off a lot,
yeah, it
right?
takes a lot of it.
We had a meeting on, was that Saturday or Friday, something like that? So I had been telling him, I'm like, yo, I've been writing my ass off for, like, for a while right now. And he's like, okay, cool. And I was like, yo, like, every day I've, like, took my foot off the gas with writing because we still have to do marketing. We still have to do all this other stuff. And I was like, no, I'm just going to be super back to the basics and put the grind in. And I was like, okay, now I feel like I'm on my shit, like, even harder. So there's just not enough hours in the day. And one of my favorite definitions my dad used to say is excuses are a one-way path to nothingness. Those who use them rarely amount to anything, right? So, like, don't bargain with yourself. Don't make excuses. Don't bargain. Don't cut corners, right? Like, I grew up playing tennis, and, like, the tennis court is at a big square.
Yeah.
So when you run the court and you do your laps, there's a lot of people skip that corner when you cut the corner. And you don't realize it, but you skip one corner, then you do the next one, then you do the next one, then you do the next one. That's almost like a quarter mile that you have taken away from your endurance because you're cutting corners, right? So like if you follow and run your race the way it's supposed to be run, you'll get exactly where you're supposed to go. But if you
that's
cut
wild,
corners,
man. People do be cutting corners. You know what I've been challenged with recently. Obviously, opening up this restaurant took up a lot of my time, and
all
doing
day breakfast, all day, all day.
The podcast, and I recently started DJing. I've been throwing a lot on my plate, right? And I enjoy that because like this is what I live for. I love the creative process. This is what I'm doing. But I do realize that I need R&R. So recently, like I just told you earlier, I went to Guatemala. So I took like 7 days there. This past weekend, I went to Orlando to celebrate my mother-in-law's birthday. That took 3 days there. I struggle going into those moments because I know that I'm taking away, like you just said, from like I do everything with this podcast. I schedule, I shoot, I chop. As soon as I'm done with this, I gotta go into Ableton, Adobe Premiere Pro and chop it up.
I was like, Ableton, you're drinking liquor? No, you fucking guy. This guy fucking guy. Like, who you hanging out with, Jamaicans? I was like, Ableton? My God. I was like, he's hanging out with all the Jamaicans right now. I see where your head's at, buddy. Happy Wednesday. Get this guy a drink right here, bud.
Nah, but for sure. Like, it gives you guilt. You get a little guilt when you're like, gotta take a little R&R, right? So how do you try to schedule? How do you deal with your mental health when you have all of that shit on top of you? What is it that you do?
I am the most Dr. Jekyll, Mrs. Hyde, or Mr. Hyde person you'll ever meet. Right?
Okay.
And I'll say it like this. Because I grew up in sports, my parents both were athletes. Like, it was like this. My dad used to say shit like this to me. When I was said, Dad, like, I don't feel like going to practice today. He goes, okay, all right. But, there's a guy over there, probably overseas. There's somebody there in South America who would die to be in the position you're in. They would really die. They're probably putting the work in right now. Are you sure? I mean, like, if that's not what you want to do, like, that's fine. But, like, someone's going to be doing it, right? And, like, the biggest thing he said to me was, like, you're not fighting against people in your city. You're fighting against people in the world.
Yeah, worldwide.
So you're taking a day off? Okay. There's a kid somewhere in a poor village who can't eat, that the only way he can feed his family is by going to play the sport.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to take the day off, cool. Right? So, like, I've conditioned myself to say, like, slow progress is still progress. So, yes, I take moments where, like, I enjoy life, but 99% of my life is, like, geared around this. So, I'm not saying every day I'm writing, every day I'm doing all that stuff, but, like, I try to go places that bring me energy to like want to go do it. So if I go, the reason I started to do punk concerts or rock concerts, it's not because I just like the music, but they perform at a higher clip than rap concerts. So I'm taking notes on how this person is engaging the crowd or how they're, doing all these little things. So I think for me, it's like the mental health is just to say, if I'm half as good as I think I am, the sacrifice will be worth it, right? In the moments I can take a day off, let's take a day off. I'm like this past year, I was fucked up for about 2-3 months, right? And you had to listen to me write the saddest songs of the history of mankind, cut my life into pieces, right? Man. And he's like, what is wrong with you? Enough, right?
Yeah.
And, I changed like my inner circle a little bit, changed my system, and it was like, I got an oil change and was like, all right, now we're back to being normal. So to answer your question, I think you got to be in love with the process and love the little things, right? But it's different for me, but like no one's bothering me. Like I don't have a wife, I don't have kids.
Yeah.
Like it's quite literally like, hey, you know what? I'm going to change for my mental health. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a burger. I'm going to get a Corona, or I'm going to make I love to cook.
Yeah.
Like, love to cook. Okay. So if I'm feeling like kind of weird that week, then I'll get some recipes and then like cook for myself and the friends or their friends. You know what I mean? They're friends, and he's laughing because I love to cook for groups of people.
Okay.
Okay. Wink.
Yeah.
And whatever. So I'll do things like that. I'll play tennis. I'll play pickleball. Like, for me, it's just about doing the things you really enjoy and not forgetting that, like, you got to keep the main thing, right? But like vacations is not really something I do that often.
Okay.
Or like, it's just like little moments for me where it's like I'm so obsessive, but my demeanor is so fun and so like happy-go-lucky. But because of how I was raised, it's like complete psycho competition,
24/7.
commitment,
Yeah.
right? Like,
You're in a constant competition against somebody always. You feel like there's
Yeah.
somebody across seas that is gonna out-rap me or something.
yeah. Because like in essence, like though I have done a lot of cool shit, I honestly feel like now it's like if I drop the ball, like whatever we do next, if it sucks, we've lost everyone.
You've
right?
lost
Like,
the momentum.
We have completely shot ourselves in the foot and lost the momentum, right? So admittedly, like you want to do, something a little bit more like concentrated to make sure that it doesn't suck, but that's pressure. But also, one of the things my coaches used to say to me is like, pressure is a privilege, right? So
Damn.
the reward for good work is the opportunity to do more, right? So if you suck, no one cares if you suck, right? Like they just think, oh yeah, you suck. But if Tom Brady throws 3 picks, it's like, well, Tom, what are you doing, bud? Right? Like, what's going on, right? If that's why we hold the people we hold the superstars so highly, because it's like we expect greatness to be replicated consistently, right? So there's 1,000 people in the world who could probably, if you gave them an opportunity, could strike lightning in a bottle and make a penalty kick once.
Yeah.
Right?
To do it consistently.
To do it consistently, you're a legend. If you hit
What do you think musically that is?
consistency.
No, but like, what is like the goal for a musician, right? Like, how many? Like, do you have to have a certain amount of hit records,
Grammys.
Grammys? So then, what is your approach to making music then? When you're in the studio, when you're writing, what is it that you're attempting to like? What's the image you're pushing, or what is it that?
Selling out.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Sell it out. Yeah. I know you were expecting a different answer.
No,
but
I mean I like
100%.
the transparency.
Yeah, 100% sell it out. Yeah.
What kind of like? Are you going in a certain type of selling out, or is it
Oh yeah,
just
100%. Like if I could go full blown Mac Miller, full blown Macklemore, full blown Chance the Rapper, 100% I'd do it. You know what I mean? No problem. B.O.B. Let's do it. Fuck yeah. Let's fucking do. Give me all the airplanes. Okay. Come here, Bruno. Let's make a fucking song. Okay. Because I've already shown people that I know how to rap. Like if you just want to put bars, hey bud, let's do it. Right. Like
that's 305. That's Mr. 305 as fuck.
like you want to do bars? Let's go. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But if you're asking me what it is, I'm
Yeah.
like, I am trying to make shit that is fucking timeless, that can be digestible and consumable by people that have no money to a lot of money, right? Like, I want to be approachable. I want to be somebody that people can like feel like they can market, all that stuff. I don't care about being the hardest rapper. I don't care about being the punchline king. I don't care about being the best in the city. But I would absolutely love my bank account to look like 6 figures, just like in cash, right? Where it's like I can go to Chipotle. I want extra guac and give me extra fucking double meat paws, everything at Chipotle. Like I don't want y'all to fucking play with me, okay? I want all of that. I want to be able to shop not at Marshall's or Goodwill. I'd love it if I'd be like, you know what? I want my steak to have a steak, and my steak to have shrimp, and that shrimp to have lobster. And you know what? I want my girl to wear an outfit once and throw it away, not even fucking wash it, right? So if you're asking me my goals in life, right? I'm a Miami fuckboy at heart, okay?
Yeah.
This down to earth shit is very real. But if you're asking me, like if I had an option, bro, absolutely selling out. I want to give a chance to Chance the Rapper, right? Like absolutely 110% dedicated to making it, right? Like
I feel you.
Obviously I'm joking a little bit, but not really. But like I think to me like my thing is like all of my songs talk about creating peace within yourself to be able to create space to go do the things you love, right? And understanding that like it's a lonely thing. it's going to be a difficult journey. But as long as you enjoy it and do things that make you feel good, shameless plug, then you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what I'm saying. Like if 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying was kind of like off the backs, if you think of the hustler movement anthem. So prior to that, you had DMX being his run, Jay-Z having his run, and then on the cusp of like Ja Rule, all that stuff having his run. There was a shift where it was like, right now we celebrate the abuser, whereas like before you celebrated the hustler, right? So like that was commendable. And like saying you hustle to get to where you're going, I can identify with that, right? Like I know I might not sell drugs, but I understand the grind it takes to get things done. In the same token and regard, that's what my music's about. It's like the hustle, the grind, the pain, the struggle, what it takes to get an inch. To have people like close doors in your face and still have to smile, to have to deal with the fakeness, to have to deal with the politically charged climates and all that kind of good stuff, or getting passed up for opportunities and still having to be humble about it, right? So,
but you're trying to present it with sugar.
Yeah.
People love the sugar, bro.
Yeah.
I've always that's something I always say. People love sugar. Like when I'm trying to make music, I'm always trying to go in that sugar direction. Because it's like, why fight against what people want? I hear what you're saying. That's what's up, dog. That's super commendable. That at least you're like very clear and transparent on what it is and what it would take for you to get to the position where you wanna be. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you plan your trip? Like, let's say if you go to Orlando, you got to drive, right?
Yeah.
If you just drove in the wrong direction for 3 hours, you'd be pissed if you end up in fucking Key West.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, damn it, where the hell is Disney? God. All I see is drunk white guys in fucking leotards and shit. You know what I mean? Like, this is not Disney. This is not Disney. You know? So I just think, like, as long as you know what the target is, it's easy to put the plan in place to go get it.
All right. I feel that. So, like, moving forward, what's your current trajectory? What is it that you're working on right now? What is it that you're trying to put out for what's like your next year's plan? Now that you've been able to like achieve a certain amount of success, how do you get that moving? How do you keep that going?
I think it's like an everyday commitment to the small things, right? And I think like everything from posting, getting better social media engagement, to creating really great songs, right? And like all it takes is one moment for your life to change. And I think like putting myself in an arena where I have that opportunity is like the most important thing. I've never had a problem writing lyrics. What we're working on now is how do we package up what I say to the common ear to make it digestible.
So marketing.
Yeah, no, just like your cadence, how you put
all of it.
Everything. You know what I mean? And I think like, you know, my support system has been kind of like, all right, we're going to have to take the next step. Right? Because, like, honestly, like, I do think when I be on my shit, like, we were in the studio yesterday, and, like, when I am on my A game, I genuinely believe no one can really fuck with me. Like, it's really, like, when I'm there, I know I belong there, right? But the same difference in the NBA, you have, like, your all-star who does the great shit consistently, but the guy on the end of the bench who does not start will go to any LA Fitness and bust everybody's ass, right? I'm right now that guy where I'm trying to put the work in to become Luka, to become Shea, to put the 30-point a game scorer who's consistently absolutely amazing, right? So now it's like you're a raw talent. How do we put you in an arena where like you're gonna come and kill it? So music, shows, traveling, maybe touring, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, so that is time heavy, 100%, bro. I mean, I congratulate you on all the success that you have been able to accomplish, and 100%, it's the hustle, dog. I feel like it's that Miami hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Miami over everything, bro.
It's crazy how that is nurtured in people in South Florida, and when you leave South Florida, it really resonates. Because you'll go to another place and no tienen esa chispa. Like, they don't have that, the go. Like, oh, I'm going to try to buy this and flip it for this. You know what I'm saying? That's not, like, the common place. And you're like, over here, everybody's running a hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Or
like,
a scam. Let's just call it what it is, bro. You were being fucking nice about it, bro. Like, you over here, like, trying to, like, dance around it. This is the number one place for scammers and hustlers, right?
Yo, it's wild.
And that's why people from New York do well here. And that's why we do well in New York. Because the number 1 and 2 spots in America for scammers and hustlers, Miami and New York. So what did my guy Pitbull say? Money is always a major issue, right? Like, without it, you can't maneuver here, right? Like, you're worthless to women. You're worthless to, like, all that unless you are putting something together. So, you know, like, just in this podcast, we've laughed a lot, but, like, I'm super intense about the shit that I'm intense about. Right?
No, I hear that. So, it comes across.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you.
For real. Like, I could tell that you're genuinely, like, on that, and you got that hunger. You know what I'm saying? I could see it in your eyes that you're really, like, going for this. It's hard pressed because, you know what? The music industry is one of those arenas that it's so, like, topsy-turvy. So, like, that's why, like, it's really commendable that you're like, yo, I'm throwing my hat in this arena and I'm going for it. I'm going for the gold in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. I think, like, because of all my life experiences, I had to learn how to be coachable, right? Like, I'm not the fastest person in the world. I'm not the most athletic person in the world, but I played D1, right? Like, I made it D1. And when I got there, I was a bench warmer, and then I made the team. I made the starting lineup, right? Like, I had to there's been nothing that I've been given that nothing's been just like, hey, it's going to be easy, right? Everything has been a fucking struggle to get an inch, right? Like, from everything, right? Like, I was 2.5 months premature. My mom said I only got one motherfucking fully developed lung, and they were like, we don't know if he's gonna live. And then now, you know,
now you're rapping.
I'm rapping, and I'm first it was the sports thing, and now I'm like, he's not gonna make this team, and now I'm on helping, you know, the U.S. being considered on U.S. teams, and then it's like, okay, well, he's not gonna make this ring, and then I made the ring, and then right, and at every single turn, it was simply me putting the effort and being absolutely bullish about it and just saying, like, be coachable, be respectful, right? Like, we were in the studio yesterday with somebody new, and I said, like, look, man, like, I don't care. I don't have an ego. If it sucks, tell me it sucks. If you think I should do something better, I will do the best I can to try to figure out and do things the way that you think that I should try to, like, if it's going to help me be better, right? Like, progress is not an opinionated sport, but it is lonely. So, like, you got to be able to take the criticism, be able to take the coaching, and just say, like, your bumps in the road are just bumps in the road, right? Like, I think when I talk to people, it's like slow progress is still very much progress, right? Like, you just got to keep working. So
that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And for everybody out listening, what are your handles? Where can they go see all of your work and, like?
Oh, wait, we're about to end? This is it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. I got questions. What the fuck? We're not cutting you out, bro. What is happening? Okay. All right. So you asked me a bunch of questions. I have a question I like to ask people.
Go ahead.
And I will judge the shit out of you, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay. If you could
Judge
go to
away.
any concert.
If I could go to any concert.
The person could be dead or alive. Who would it be?
Right now?
The person could be dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
You can give me 3.
3? I really want to go see Sade.
Okay.
Bob Marley.
Okay.
And maybe, like, Hendrix.
Hendrix and I are this. We both pick Hendrix. I would I would love to see James Brown.
Okay.
Okay. Like, I absolutely need to go see that, right? He had motherfuckers fainting in the crowd and shit. Would love to go see James Brown. I would love to see Jimi Hendrix, right? Like, he's so fucking nasty, you know?
Yeah, he was something else.
Yeah, so Hendrix, James Brown, and I struggle between 2 people. It's Prince, right? Or Freddie Mercury and Queen.
Okay.
right? Like I feel like that would have been cool to see, or Black Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Like Black Mike, that would have been cool to see.
I saw Mike on the TV screen a lot, so that's why I feel like I actually got to see him, but I never saw him in person.
Yeah.
But I feel like I grew up with Mike. It was like one
With
of those
light skinned Mike.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, light skinned Mike.
Yeah.
After the Pepsi generation Mike.
Okay. Like black and white Mike.
Yeah, like both.
Black,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit, bro.
So it was like, yo, Michael Jackson was a staple in everybody's homes if you grew up in the 90s, 80s, 90s.
But I'm curious, like, how did Michael Jackson transcend in like Hispanic homes, right? Like, because I imagine
it was just his fame. It was just he was just
okay.
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Like it didn't matter. Like it didn't matter. It was just Michael Jackson. So it was like whatever the fuck Michael Jackson is putting out, we're gonna listen to it because he's fucking Michael Jackson. Like this is a
what type of like music did you grow up listening to in your house?
In my house, a lot of salsa, cumbia, merengue, bachata, vallenato, a lot of like Latin music. I didn't grow up with. I'm the first generation. So I was the one looking out for English music.
Okay.
So it was like whatever I came across, but Tribe was big, like a big influence in my life. Hip hop was a big influence in my life. Tupac, massive influence in my life. So it was like a lot of that I found outside of that. But like when my dad had me like eating was mad salsa, vallenato, and like
isn't vallenato very close to bachata?
Kind of. It's the Colombian version.
Yeah. Right?
Bachata and vallenato are there. Like, and cumbia is Colombian, but now it's like Caribbean is everything now. Like cumbia is really taking over a lot. And it's just a lot of those rhythms are really hark back to African rhythms, African percussion. So it now it's like baile funk in Brazil and all of all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my funk, dude. That's the shit that I be loving.
Yeah,
you know?
I went to like my first Brazilian club a while back, and I remember thinking to myself, why the fuck haven't I been coming here all the time?
Yeah.
Right? Like the music they play there is crazy, and like the energy is incredible. The reason I asked that, so who are some salsa artists that you grew up on? And like I was curious because like Manny and I have talked about that his parents or his people always played a whole bunch of salsa. So I'm curious if like just maybe there's
salsa for me big was Grupo Nietzsche, Colombian. Grupo Nietzsche, big time. Joy Arroyo, big time. Like Joy Arroyo,
those are Colombian acts?
Yeah, Colombian acts.
Okay, you know
Fruque
them?
Los Tesos, Colombian act. Colombian, like a lot of that. And then like obviously the Puerto Ricans like Hector Lavoe.
How bad was he, bro? Because he always talks that he was the man, bro.
Yeah, like Hector Lavoe was like he was like the Michael Jackson of salsa. He was like whatever Hector Lavoe put out, it was always a hit. Cause he sang great and his storytelling was just like top notch. He was like the Slick Rick of salsa. You know what I'm saying? Like Slick, you know how Slick Rick tell you a crazy story?
Yeah.
Same shit. Hector would do the same shit, but he would sing it to you and just like you'd be like, damn. There was a lot of that. So like, yeah, I listen to a lot of salsa, bro.
Is Mark Anthony as GOAT as they talk and say about it?
I mean, I don't want to throw no shade on Mark Anthony. He's a good salsa singer, but to me, he's not up there with like Hector or like.
Because everybody tells me they're like Mark Anthony is like salsa Jay-Z type shit.
Currently, he's like it's like he is the current salsa Jay-Z, but Jay-Z isn't like the epitome of hip hop. It's like the same.
That's
thing.
My new boss. I need you to relax. Like I need you to you cannot say that. Hey. You cannot talk about Sean like that, bud. We're gonna cut that part out. He's my new boss, okay? Like I just need you. You can't talk like that, all right? We're trying to get tickets to the Rock Nation lunch.
I'm not front. I love me some Jay-Z. Jay-Z's music is ridiculously good, but like when you're looking at the whole overarching way of hip hop, Jay-Z might be like in the top, but he's not the top, right? Like
Sean,
clear.
I want you to let you know we do not endorse any of these things. Okay, we don't want to be blackballed.
The clear salsa might probably be Hector Lavoe, right? The king of pop was 100% Michael Jackson. There's no like wiggle room.
I'm questioning. So like, I have this argument.
Yeah.
let's do 1-to-1.
Okay.
English and Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay. Drake, who's his counterpart in Spanish music?
Drake?
Is it Bad Bunny?
Probably.
So
Currently,
yeah. So Drake,
Yeah.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Daddy Yankee is who?
Daddy Yankee in hip hop, and
Yeah.
to a hip hop artist, currently
I hear a lot of.
he's like the old OG. Daddy Yankee's like the OG reggaetonero, right? Like he's been throwing hits since back in the day, but he might not be like popping right now, but he could still fill up a stadium because he has like 30 hits. You know what I'm saying? Might be like Jay-Z, something like that.
I was gonna say. So
yeah,
is Daddy Yankee? So we have Drake, Bad Bunny.
yeah,
Okay. Daddy Yankee, Jay-Z.
yeah.
Okay. Who's Nas?
Nas.
Who's the lyrical miracle? I'm killing it type person.
Well,
Is it Tego?
there's, yeah, maybe Calle 13, yeah, because like, yeah, it's the thing is that hip hop in Spanish never has really taken off. It's never been like a big genre.
I'm just talking about reggaeton, like impact.
Oh, reggaeton.
Just I'm not saying like from
Okay.
lyric. I'm just saying like impact, where people think like, damn, that motherfucker.
Yeah,
can really
Tego
rap.
Calderon.
Tego?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because Tego is like that from the hood, like telling you stories about another perspective that if you're a white person or whatever, white passing, you don't know. You don't
Okay.
get it.
What about Romeo Santos? I only have a couple more.
Romeo Santos
Who is Romeo?
right now is,
My boy said Romeo Santos is like Justin Timberlake.
Romeo Santos is like more soulful than Justin.
You giving him Chris Brown?
No,
Who?
maybe.
Bigger? Like R. Kelly? You think
Yeah.
he's like that?
Yeah, no,
Like impact?
yeah, Aventura.
Right. So they said Justin Timberlake because NSYNC, Aventura, Solo, like very similar.
Yeah.
But you're saying impact wise, he's like bigger than Justin.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like Romeo Santos gets played like international AF, dude.
Yeah.
I've been in places also with Mr. 305.
Yeah.
It's like they get played together. It's funny. You'll be in I don't know, you'll be in some place in Colombia or in Peru or whatever, and you hear Mr. 305.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're like, yo, what? Time out.
Yeah,
dog.
yeah. Well, because
A lot
like,
of that. Same thing with bachata. That shit gets a lot of play.
so I went to a Romeo Santos concert,
yeah.
not knowing who he was.
Yeah.
Right? Like I never I'm black. Like what the fuck? And then like I got like tickets from like a Dr. Pepper or something. He had just gotten solo.
Yeah.
And I didn't know like or whatever, but I had danced in like a bunch of quinceañeras like growing up because I'm from Miami, right? So I get there and I'm like, why the hell does this guy look so familiar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, he comes out on stage, and the concert was probably like the place it was like about the size of your spot. He gets on stage and there's women, young, old, middle age, doesn't matter, bro. They're just like throwing themselves at him, and I'm just like, damn, like he must be talking that shit. So, all right.
He don't talk it. He
Yeah.
sings it. Yeah, he talk like this. He's like,
But like for me, he doesn't sound like he can really sing though, like that.
What, bruh?
Like, can he really sing?
yes.
But he doesn't. Every time I hear him, Aventura or Romeo Santos song, it just seems like he never leaves this voice. You know what I mean?
It is like he hits the notes and he hits them sensual. It's like he's sexy talking to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, and that's why the women love it. He's doing the sexy talk. He's not only singing, he's sexy talking at the same time as he sings, which is also part of bachata. You know, bachata is that genre where it's like it was like the blues of Latin America, right? They normally like songs about either my wife left me or I'm falling in love with this lady.
Bro, every time I go to a Dominican club and bachata comes on, I look at the old men and they almost look like they want to kill themselves. It's always like, it's like the song doesn't hurt them enough. Like they hear it and they're just like, hurt me more, hurt me
And then they
more.
get drunk and they start crying.
That's it. And I'd be like, what is going? You guys purposely listen to these songs?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
bro. It's so emotional.
Last two, because there's only two artists that like I know. What's this guy's name? Faruko.
Okay.
Who would be like somebody like that? Are those people like not really translatable?
I mean, Faruko right now he's going through like his religious phase.
Okay.
So maybe I would say like maybe like when Mace first came out and Mace did like crazy bangers because Faruco came out, did crazy bangers, and now he's like, oh, I don't want to do this kind of music no more. So Mace did that. Like crazy bangers, and all of a sudden, like I don't want to do his music no more. It's kind of like that situation.
What's this dude's name? Arcangel?
Arcangel.
I heard that he's pretty fire too, right?
Yeah, Arcangel he be killing it. I like Arcangel's music. Right now, I like Mike Towers too. Another one that's killing it right now.
But my buddy said Arcangel is like
he's a throwback though too.
He says like he's like French Montana. Like he makes some bangers, but he's not like crazy.
Yeah.
Is that disrespectful?
No,
that's about right.
Like that's right on par.
That's right.
Like,
like he's
par.
like the French, where like the streets fuck with him,
Yeah.
but like he comes out with a banger here and there.
And right now, like the sexy red is probably like Karol G. Like whoever
is that chick with the pink hair?
Karol G, yeah. Karol G
her.
is like the counterpart to Bad Bunny. She's up there.
Really?
Like, yeah. Karol G, homie. Karol G is the female Bad Bunny, basically.
Really?
Worldwide, homie. Like people is fucking with her hard.
I know that, and again, my life is pretty much consumed by music and bitches, or excuse me, young ladies.
Yeah.
And I remember like when they had the Karol G concert, I had never seen this concentration of this amount of good-looking people.
Oh, yeah.
My entire I've never seen that. I went to the Anthony Santos concert at Passions, like not Romeo Santos, but Anthony Santos or whatever, bro.
Anthony Santos is a throwback
No.
bachatero. Yeah. He's been throwing it. I'll be loving it.
And I was like, bro, that year I went to like a million Dominican concerts for like, I don't know how I ended up there, but I went to
the heck?
Omega. I went
They
to go
just
see
thought you
that.
was Dominican.
Bro, everybody my whole life has been like, you're
For sure,
Dominican,
like, you
right?
Dominican?
100%. Que lo que? And I was like,
Okay.
hi, Tigre. What's up, man? Hi. Hola, Tigre. You know, like, I don't know.
Hola, Tigre.
You know, hola, Tigre. Right? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
So I remember that summer, I was like, I saw Omega, and I was like, bro, I don't know any of these. I didn't know, like, in my head, like, I didn't grow up on this music, but then I'm just watching him perform, like, holy shit, he performs his ass off with, like, the 3 backup dancers doing, like, line dances behind him and, like, the drums, the guitar. I fell in love, like, to me, in, like, típico or merengue bands, to me, there's not a band better that plays better guitar. Like watching, like, is it
the guitar? Yeah.
No, but like there's like a little guitar that they play.
That
and then like there's like a huge, like the regular traditional guitar. Yo, watching the guy with the little guitar, I'm like, my God, bro, this they're going off.
They're musicians,
going off. And then like watching the stories that my friends were telling me, bro, you go to like the hoods in DR or Colombia or whatever, bro, they're playing on like makeshift instruments, and
that's how it is, bro. They really trying to get it. They don't have the opportunities we have out here.
That's what my dad said. He's like, there's a kid in South America that is trying to make it out, and if he doesn't win this game, he's never gonna feed his family. Are you willing to take your day off?
Dang,
Remember that, bro. Remember that,
wise.
bro. I tell people, I was like, my mental toughness is absolutely that of like a Navy SEAL. Like, I am the most mentally strong person because my parents were psychopaths. So like, in the most like supportive way, right? Like, both of them were always like, hey, you've got to be more hardworking, more talented, everything like that. But anyway, I just was curious because my friends and I had that conversation around like the impact across like genres or whatever. Is Shakira and Beyonce the same level?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're the same level?
Shakira's like the OG female artist in Latin American music, one of the OGs, and up there. Beyonce, same thing. Beyonce is a little more current because she's, even though Shakira just dropped a new album because she got heartbroken. That's the thing. Like, she was like in a relationship with Piqué, the soccer player, for a long time, and then she dropped out of music for like 7-8 years while she was like solely focused on raising her kids and like being a married woman. So then she dropped off,
And now she back outside.
and now she back on set.
Who's okay? So like, who's like the? I know we're over time, but
No, it's all good.
I'm super curious. Who's like your Adele for Spanish music? Like somebody who's just like the best singer. That's not like gonna do a huge show, but
Not
they're
a
gonna
big
stand
pop,
there.
but yeah.
yeah, like they're gonna stand there on stage and blow you away with how well they can sing.
Well, the throwback used to be Celia Cruz. That's what she was known for, like her crazy
The Cuban
voice.
chick with the nails.
Yeah, the black Cuban lady.
Yeah, the black
with
Cuban
the
lady.
Nails.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro, I'm black,
she had
bro.
crazy
You know what I mean?
nails.
She had crazy. Her nails were always out to here. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, she did
Right.
crazy. Yeah, she was the voice.
Wait, wasn't she like? No, I'm gonna butcher this. She had like that. Yo quiero bailar, da-na-na-na-na.
No, that's Evie Queen.
Oh,
Evie
maybe
Queen
I'm
is
thinking
a-
Evie
yeah,
Queen.
yeah.
then.
Evie Queen
Okay.
also had crazy nails. Also
Okay.
has crazy nails.
Wait,
Shout out Evie Queen, by the way.
What does Celia Cruz look like again?
She's a black Cuban lady. She passed away back in the day with like crazy hair. She
Oh,
sang.
yes,
She
yes.
sang a lot of bangers, and her voice is what I would closely associate with like Adele, which you would just sit there and listen to her sing. Joy Arroyo, that guy's a huge influence in my life, bro.
And
Massive.
that's a salsa guy you were talking about.
He was a salsero, and he was, bro. Joy Arroyo was like, bro. I got to see him play live in Tamiami Park for Colombian Independence Day, and bro, I will never forget that whole entire.
I might have been out there with you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I might have been out there for different reasons. But
Yeah,
I might have been out
Fulanito
there.
was there too. No, Colombian Independence Day used to get down.
Bro, I've had like 5 girlfriends, and one of my longest standing relationships, she's Colombian. So like, and my best friend's wife is Colombian. So like a lot of my friends, my dad like retired in Colombia. So like I have a lot of love for banderas.
Colombia, yeah.
A lot of love.
That's
right?
what's up.
Even though I know we're over, but like I got to tell you the story. So I get invited to go to Colombia.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the names out, right? I'm like, I invited to go to Colombia. I'm like, they go, what do you want to do? I said, you know what? I think I just want to go play tennis a little bit, hang out, all that, right? So I get to Colombia, and said person goes, hey, we're gonna go out, and I'm like, what are you? It's
Thought we were gonna play tennis.
I was like, yeah, I thought we were here to, play some tennis or whatever. For the people who don't know me, I am a fucking nerd. Okay, like I am not a big partier. I'm not a big drinker. Right? Like I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Like I am completely naive to the world. Right? So, but everybody around me is probably like the most like seasoned corrupt people in the world.
Seasoned corrupt.
Like it's not that they're corrupt. It's just that they've been around in these arenas
Yeah.
or whatever. So I get there and like we go to this club in like Medellin or whatever. And everybody, all the women are saying hi to him. And I'm like,
Who is this dude?
the fuck? Right? My whole life, I didn't know he spoke Spanish. Okay? Didn't know he spoke Spanish. We get to the club, he now speaks Spanish. Weird, right? Had no idea. No clue at all, right? So we go to the back and like, I didn't realize that like the more buttons you have on your shirt means you're a loser. So in Colombia, your button goes here. That's it. Everything, if your sternum, anything above your sternum,
You gotta show it.
you're a loser. Okay? They automatically know you're American and they will probably rob you, right? So like you got to open up full blown taco meat showing the whole night, right? So then we get to the back, and then said person says hi to like all like these like Colombian men that have like the 64-month pregnant bellies where it's like this, right? But the baddest women you've ever seen your entire life, like the absolute smoke shows. And I was like, damn, like,
All the poppies.
like absolutely,
sugar daddies.
right? Okay. We sit down. They're like, hey, you want to get something to drink? And I said, yeah, I'll take something to drink, right? They give me my first round. They give me what's called I guess like the gordito, the fat boy.
Okay.
And it was like a
Gordito,
Corona
yeah.
with apple, the Postobon apple.
Post on, yeah.
Whoever thought of that? That should have been the country's #1 export, right? Because Postobon and Corona go together with me real bad. So then I'm there and I'm like, oh yeah, let's do it, right? And all these girls are coming in and like the bottle girl comes out. She's like, we're gonna bring a bottle out, and I'm like, what do you drink? And I was like, tequila, and they're like, yuck. I was like, hey, do you got any rum? Yuck. And they're like, we have our national drink, right? And I was like,
Aguardiente.
and exactly, they bring the aguardiente out, and there's like sparklers around like the baddest women I've ever seen. I was like, it's like in Colombia, it feels like the best looking women are like the random person at the gas station. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, what? How did you? How
are you so bad
like,
and you're
what
pumping
are-
my gas?
You know what I'm saying? Like, how did we get here? You know? So
What alternative universe am I
yeah,
in?
like what is happening right here? Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so she brings our bottles out and she pours the drink. And I notice there's no chasers.
Yeah.
It's just a bottle of water
And shots.
in shots. And I'm like, what is this, Middle Earth?
That's
Like, can
how
I
you
get some
drink
fucking
that shit.
fucking lemonade or some shit? Right? So then it's me and said person and then are all drinking it. And I'm like, what does it taste like? And he's like, you'll like it, right? I take a shot and I was like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to my body in my entire life, right? I took a shot and I was like, you guys have a liquor after fucking black licorice?
Yeah.
Psychopaths. All of the whole country. Everybody, psychopaths. Okay?
Black
Psychopaths.
licorice.
Black licorice. So the way you're smiling, this is like okay for you. Like this is like
I grew up around that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But why though? Like you drink it,
Yeah.
right? So like you're having a hard day, okay? And we'll end it after this. Well, you're having a hard day. The world's kicking you down. You get in your house, okay? You say hi to whoever you got to say hi to. You sit down. You say, I want a shot of black licorice.
I mean, I don't do that anymore.
Don't you tell me your evolved self. I want to know at your worst times.
Yeah.
You say
I would just take a shot.
Take a shot of aguardiente?
It's also what it does is it warms you up. So
because it's Satan's liquor. Okay? It is
it's like a
Satan's
double
liquor.
effect. It's like the liquors, it's banging you up, and at the same time, it's like it warms you up and it like hits your body in a different way.
That's your body. That's our fight or flight response.
It might be.
That's your
It might
body
be.
fighting for its life, buddy.
But you take another one, and then you take another one.
The worst part is that like because I'm cheap, I'm like the cheapest person you'll ever meet. Right?
Okay.
So once they told me the price and the exchange rate for a bottle, I was like,
oh, bring 4 more.
I was like, you know what, man, right? And I remember thinking to myself, and like we left the club,
Yeah.
and you've been to Los Perros,
Yeah.
like the one they used to have on South Beach,
Yeah.
right? Manny, you been to Los Perros, right? So I remember like I know Colombian food. You know what I mean?
You were
You
thinking that.
think it's Los Perros, right? So I order the hamburger. Bro, I don't know what we have in America, but whatever meat was the food was so fresh that I was like, I want to eat this like the whole day, every single day. Anyway, go to sleep. I wake up in the morning. I go to sleep, and like said person is like, "You're gonna go to sleep?" And there's like all these girls there. I was like, "Dad,
I'm done.
I'm done." You know what I mean? So I wake up the next morning to the sound of cracking bacon. Okay, and I'm like, "Man, it smells good as hell in here." I go in the kitchen. The most beautiful women I've ever seen in my entire life, making breakfast, right? And I've never been called Papacito in my entire life until that moment. Changed me as a man. Completely changed me as a man. I was like, I get it why people come down here, right? I've been called a lot in my life. Papacito changed my life.
Papacito changed my life.
Papacito?
Not only the word, the way they say it.
Oh my God,
They
bro.
draw it out like it's
Oh
a
my
whole
God.
entire thing. It's literally a telenovela, the way they say it.
Honestly, like I'm pretty sure I gave that person my social. I gave them all 7 digits of my social, a credit card, the whole nine. Yeah, that was it. But anyway, peace, blessings, all of the above. I'm not. When is this coming out? Do you know?
It'll probably come out in end of August.
Okay, cool. So I won't shout out the show we have on Friday, but you're more than welcome to come. I'll send you the invite. We have a show on Friday. We have new music coming out. Feel Good still streaming. You can follow me everywhere like the air, King_Tetris, KingTetris.com. Buy a t-shirt, buy some merch. I would love to go to Chipotle and get extra guac on whatever said dish that I can
appreciate
get.
you talking and being real. Like,
but yeah, man, I think
dope
like
ass
I appreciate you
conversation
for having me.
and insightful
all
and
that,
transparent,
and,
which is
yeah.
always what I strive for. You know, I hope somebody gleans something from the conversation. I know you dropped a lot of gems in here, and hopefully somebody coming up behind you could get something from that and apply it to their own creative journey. You know what I'm saying?
You want me to tell it to the camera? Sell out, kids. Sell out. Hey, you've got a dream. Just sell out. Your friends are telling you to keep it real. Sell out. Your boss telling you, hey, come in early to work. don't do it. Be yourself, okay? Start a business. Drink on a Tuesday. Live your life. Courtesy of Rock Nation Entertainment, still a hobby. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
So, peace and blessings. Mr. Check. Thank you so much for having me, man.
Bro, thank you so much. And to everybody out there listening, thank you once again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Que te crezca. I love you. And like I always say, if you like it, share it with your friends. And if you hate it, share it with your enemies. But just share this motherfucker. We out. Peace. I want to thank King Tetris for coming on to the podcast, giving me his time. That was a wonderful episode and giving me all that insight. If you like it, share, subscribe on the page, Que Volar Podcast, on Instagram, Que Volar Podcast, on YouTube. Share it with your friends. If you like it, if you hate it, share it with your enemies. Que te crezca. Love y'all. Peace.